नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधागोविन्दगोस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते प्रभुपादियदेवं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी ग्राम्यजननिस्तारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महवदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरभक्तवृंद। जदद्वैत ब्रह्मोपनिषदि तदप्यस्य तनुभा य आत्मा अंतर्यामी पुरुष इति स्वस्यांश विभव षडैश्वर्य पूर्णजयः भगवान् स स्वयं अयं न चैतन्यात् कृष्णात् जगति परतत्त्वं परम्यः। So Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Krishna, is described as Paratattva. And in last class, Jad Advaita Brahmopanishadi, that Upanishad which describes the Supreme as Brahman. So that is the bodily effulgence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Paramatma is his plenary manifestation. So that last time we were discussing Jnana and Yoga Marga. There are devotees who follow the path of Jnana Marga, and some others they follow the path of Ashtanga Yoga, and others follow the process of devotional service. But in these three different paths, God is realized differently. उपासना भेदे जानी ईश्वर महिमा अतएव सूर्य तार दिए तो उपमा So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he explains Upasana Vede. Because of the different process of worship one undertakes, there are different levels of God realization described. Upasana Vede. Upasananusareణ Dattehi Bhagavan Phalam. Supreme Personality of Godhead, he averts the realization about the absolute truth according to the path one adopts. In the last class, we were discussing how these jnanis, those who follow the path of jnana, mental speculators, they find absolute truth and they approach him as impersonal effulgence. That is their path. Huh? And those who follow the Yoga Marga, they follow, they realize the partial representation of the Supreme as his Amsa, that is Paramatma feature, the Supreme. So what is the difference? In last time we were discussing that those who realize the impersonal feature, Brahman feature, and there is no variety, means there is no manifestation of form, qualities, and pastimes. They experience Brahman as an aspect of bliss. Then those who are follower of the Ashtanga Yoga, they experience the absolute truth in his Paramatma feature, where they realize a form, that is the form, four-arm form of Narayana as Paramatma, Super Soul. But in Paramatma realization, even though there is an experience of the sweetness of bliss due to having a connection with the Narayana form in the heart, but this Narayana as Paramatma, he only witness, he remains as a witness. He is indifferent. He also does not perform any pastime. So there is no variatedness in the experience of bliss as well. But those who are followers of the path of devotional service, they can see the form of the Lord, and Lord can perform different pastimes. Even after attaining liberation, such entities can enter into the abode of the personality of Godhead, and they also enjoy with the Supreme Lord. So therefore, Upasana Vede, uh, what kind of Upasana, path of worship one undertakes. Similarly, Lord is going to give them the realization. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami said, Upasana Vede Jnani, Upasana Vede Jani, Ishvara Mahima, Ataiva Suryatar Diyeta Upama. Sei Narayana Krishner Swarupa Bhed, Ekoi Vigraha Kintu Akar Vibhed, Ihan Tadvibhuj Tihan धरे चरि हाथ इहों बेणु धरे तिहों चक्रादिक साथ. So here it is explained that Narayan and Krishna are the same personality of Godhead. So they are same, but the difference is Krishna has two arms, he holds a flute, whereas Narayana has four arms with conch, lotus, disc, and one club. So in that way, now in the next verse, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, where he gives a reference from Srimad Bhagavatam to establish Krishna is the original Narayana. He is the main, the source of Narayana. Narayanaस्त्वं नहि सर्वदेहिनां आत्मास्यधीश खिललोकसाक्षी नारायणं ॐ नरभूजलायनात् तच्चापि सत्यं न तदैव माया. So here Brahma says, O Lord of Lords, you are the seer of all creation. So this verse is appearing in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Brahma, he offers his prayer to Krishna. We know this famous pastime in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is called Brahma Vimohan Lila. Actually, Brahma wanted to test whether the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, has appeared in form of a cowherd boy in Vrindavan and performing his pastime. So just to confirm, he took a test. And after he realized that he has committed a big mistake by trying to test whether Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead or not. So then when he understood, he realized, and then he was offering his prayers. So here, in prior to this verse, Narayanaspam nahi sarvadehinam, Brahma says, Tvatna tanna vinirgatosmi. Is it not? I am born from you. So Brahma is saying, yes, you are my father. I am your son. If Brahma says like this, then Krishna says, Tarhi tvam Narayanasya putra. Hey Brahma, why are you saying you are my son? All Vedic literature confirms that you are the son of Narayana. Mama kim ayatam tatra. Why are you speaking like this, that you are my son? I am your source. Therefore, Brahma says Narayana. Narayanastvam nahi sarvadehi. Narayanastvam nahi. Are you not the original Narayana? Sridhar Swami, he comments, he is saying, Nahi iti kakva tvam eva Narayana iti apadayati. Kuto aham Narayana iti chet tatra. So, when Brahma says, are you not original Narayana? Oh, that means, oh yes, you are original Narayana. Then Krishna says, how? How can you say like this? Then he says, Sarvadehinam Atma Asi. You are the super soul of all living entities. Evam api kim Narayana na bhavasi. So in this way, are you not Narayana? Means he says, Naram Jiva Samha Ayanam Asraya Jasya. Krishna is the shelter of the aggregate living entity. Therefore, Naram means Jiva Samha. He is the shelter of the aggregate living entities. Therefore, he is Narayana. Jasya sa tatha iti. Tvam eva sarvadehinam atmatvat Narayana iti bhava. You being the super soul in every living being, you are actually Narayana. He adhisa. This is Sambodhanam. He is saying, O Lord of Lords, Tvam Narayana nahi iti. पुनः अधीश प्रवर्तक तच्च नारस्य अयनम प्रवृत्ति जस्मा स तथा इति पुनः तम एव असौ इति. So he is saying, actually you are in the verses Akhila Loka Sakshi, Atmasya Dhisha Akhila Loka Sakshi. So you are actually Adhis. Adhisa here means you are actually the source, or you can say in another way, he is the refuge of all the living entities. Therefore, you are Narayana. And how? Tam Akhila Loka Sakshi. Akhilam Lokam Sakshat Pashyasi. So you see the entire living entities. So in that way, you are situated in the heart of all living entities, and Narayanangam Narabhu Jalayana. This Narayanangam is commented by Srila Jiva Goswami in Krama Sandarbha, where he explains Narayanastvam. You are Narayana. Jadva Adhisha. Adhisha means Prathama Purushasya pi upari Vartamana Narayanastvam Narayanam. In this connection, Narayanam refers to three Purusha avatars: Karanodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Kshirodakshai Vishnu. Adhisha means you are Krishna above even Karanodakshai Vishnu. We know Karanodakshai Vishnu comes from Krishna, he is Chaturbhuja, comes from Krishna Chaturbhuja. And then from him comes Garbhodakshai Vishnu, then from Garbhodakshai Vishnu comes Kshirodakshai Vishnu. That means Krishna is the source of all these three Vishnu forms, and he is above them. Dvitiya Tritiya Purusha Bhedanam Samuha Naram Tat Samasti Rupam Prathama Purusha Eva Tasya Api Ayanam Pravrutti Jasmat Sa Ata Sarvadehinam Atma Jah Tritiya Purusha Jascha Akhila Loka Sakshi Dvitiya Purusha Jascha Narabhu Jalayanat तृतीय पुरुष नारायण सन असि किंतु स स तव अंगम त्वं पुनः अंगी इत्यर्थ. So here he is saying this Karanodakshai Vishnu who resides in Karana ocean, Garbhodakshai Vishnu who resides in Garbhodaka ocean, Udaka, Karana Udaka, Udaka means water. Karanodaka, Garbhodaka, and Kshirodaka. So everywhere the word Udaka is there. So therefore, you lie down on the water in form of Karanodakshai, Garbhodakshai, and Kshirodakshai. But they are actually coming from you. You are the source. So in that way, you are the original Narayana. You are Angi. Angi means you are the source, and they come from you. So in that way, here Brahma, he explains that Krishna is the source of all Narayana. So Prabhupada, he writes in the purport that he says, this statement, which is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter, text number 14, was spoken by Lord Brahma in his prayers to Lord Krishna, after the Lord had defeated him by displaying his mystic powers. Brahma had tried to test Lord Krishna to see if he were really the Supreme Personality of Godhead, playing as a cowherd boy. Brahma stole all the other boys and their calves from the pasturing grounds, but when he returned to the pastures, he saw that all the boys and calves were still there, for Lord Krishna had created them all again. When Brahma saw this mystic power of Lord Krishna's, he admitted defeat and offered prayers to the Lord, addressing him as the proprietor and seer of everything in the creation and as the supersoul who is within each and every living entity and is dear to all. That Lord Krishna is Narayana, the father of Brahma, because Lord Krishna's plenary expansion, Garbhoduk Sai Vishnu, after placing himself on the Garbha ocean, created Brahma from his own body. Mahavishnu is the cause in the causal ocean, and Kshodak Sai Vishnu, the super soul in everyone's heart, are also transcendental expansions of the supreme truth. So, in that way, here uh, Lord Brahma he explains Krishna is the source of even Narayana. शिशुवत्स हरिब्रह्मा करि अपराध क्षमायते मागेन prasad. After Brahma had offended Krishna by stealing his playmates and calves, he begged the Lord's pardon for his offensive act and prayed for the Lord's mercy. তোমার নাহি পদ্ম হইতে আমার জন্মোদয়, তুমি পিতা মাতা আমি তোমার তনয়। পিতা মাতা বালকের নালয় অপরাধ, অপরাধ ক্ষমা মোর করহ, মোরে করহ প্রসাদ. So Brahma is saying, I was born from your navel. Therefore, you are my father. And just like parents, they don't take the offense of the child. Similarly, you being my father, please pardon me. So Brahma is begging pardon. So therefore, he's saying, I deserve your benediction. Please bless me. Krishna kahin Brahma tomar pita Narayan. Hearing this, Krishna says, Brahma, I am not your father is Narayan. Ami gopo tumi kaiche amar nandan. Hey Brahma, you are a Brahmana. You are the topmost Brahmana. And I am son of a gopa. And how can you say you are my son? No, you are not my son. ব্রহ্মা বলেন তুমি কি না হো নারায়ণ, তুমি নারায়ণ শুনো তাহার কারণ. So in the verse Narayanastam, nahi, are you not the Narayan? This is the first reason Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami now explains this verse. So sometimes some devotees, they think, or you can find the sloka. Sloka number 35, Adilila chapter 2, text number 35. Some people, they say, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has written this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Where is the reference? Why he did not write in Sanskrit? He is elaborating those Sanskrit conclusive understanding in Bengali payar. These verses are called payar in Bangla. In English we say verse, in Bangla it is called payar. So in Payar form, he has written, but he is elaborating the understanding, conclusive understanding of Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, in the verse where the word is Narayanaskam nahi, so that part is being now responded. Brahma replied, "Are you not Narayan? You are certainly Narayan. Please listen as I state the proof. I will give you the reason why do I say you are the Narayan. Prakrita prakrita drishti jata jivas रूप taharaje atma tumi mula swarup. So in these three payars, text number 36, 37 and 38, now Brahma will establish Krishna as the original Narayan. So he says, Prakrita prakriti srishti jato jiva roop. There are two types of, two places are there. In the material world, the created cosmos, there are Baddha Jiva. And in the spiritual world, there are Mukta Jivas. So Prakrita Brahmanda and Aprakrita Brahmanda. Prakrita Brahmanda means material world, Aprakrita means spiritual world. So in both the places, there is Baddha Jiva and Mukta Jiva. Taharaje Atma Tumi Mula Swarup. You are actually the soul of both the Baddha Jiva and Mukta Jiva. Even those who, after performing their sadhana in this material world, they attain liberation, they go to spiritual world, still Krishna is the soul, super soul for them. So therefore, Prabhupada, he explains this. Sankarsana is the original source of all living entities. Because they are all expansions of his marginal potency. Some of them are conditioned by material nature, whereas others are under the protection of the spiritual nature. Say Vibhinnangsha Jiv Duita Prakar. So Vibhinnangsha Jiva are of two types. One is conditioned, another one is liberated. One is having Nitya Sangsar and another one has taken shelter of Krishna. That is explained that by Prabhupada. He is saying those who are in this material world, they are under the care of Maya Shakti, Bahiranga Maya Shakti, and that is Mahamaya. And those are Mukta, even the Vibhinnangsha Jiva, they are liberated. They are serving the Supreme Lord in his abode by connecting with one of the rasas, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhur. Prabhupada says, the serving spirit of the residents of the transcendental world is displayed in 5 varieties of relationships with the Supreme Lord, who is the central enjoyer. In the material world, everyone is a self-centered enjoyer of mundane happiness and distress. One considers himself the Lord of everything and tries to enjoy the illusory energy. But he is not successful because he is not independent. He is but a minute particle of the energy of Lord Shankarsana. All living beings exist under the control of the Supreme Lord, who is therefore called Narayan. So, say Vibhinnangsha Jiva Prakar, the two types of Vibhinnangsha Jiva, but Krishna is the controller of both. either in this material world who are trying to enjoy material happiness and distress, and those who are in the spiritual world are always enjoying transcendental bliss, being engaged in the service of God. He is the shelter of both. Therefore, he is called Narayana. Then he is saying how Krishna is the shelter of all. That is being proven by the next verse, text number 37. Prithvi jaiche ghatakuler karan ashray. Prithvi means earth. Ghata means pot. Any object created in this world has got two origins. One is called Upadan Karan, called ingredient cause, material cause also you can say, and Nimitta Karan, efficient cause. So, when we talk about a pot, what is Upadana? Upadana is earth, dirt. And Nimitta Karan is the pot maker, right? And the wheel, the rope, the thread. So all these are Nimitta. So in that way, in this world, Prithvi Jaise Ghatakuler Ashray Karan. When a pot is made out of earth, where does it sit? It sits on the earth, right? It is made of earth and it sits on the earth. Similarly, Jiver Nidan Tumi Sarvashray. So here Krishna is the shelter of all the living entities. Jiver Nidan. He is the root cause. As the vast earth is the source for the ingredients of all earthen pots, so the Supreme Soul is the source for the complete substance of all individual living entities. Then Prabhupada gives the quotation from Bhagavad Gita where he says, Bijamam sarvabhutanam vidyanam. Aham bija pradapita. So many times in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, he is the seed-giving father. So he is the ingredient cause, right? So we need to understand this philosophy very clearly. Krishna is the both, Nimitta Karan and Padan Karan. The Lord is the reservoir of all cosmic manifestation, animate and inanimate. The advocates of Visishtadvaitavada philosophy explain the Vedanta Sutra by saying that although the living entity has two kinds of bodies, subtle, consisting of mind, intelligence, and false ego, and gross, consisting of the five basic elements, and although he thus lives in three bodily dimensions, gross, subtle, and spiritual, he is nevertheless a spiritual soul. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who emanates the material and spiritual worlds, is the Supreme Spirit. As an individual spirit soul is almost identical to his gross and subtle bodies, so the Supreme Lord is also identical to the material and spiritual worlds. The material world, full of conditioned souls trying to load it over matter, is a manifestation of the external energy of the Supreme Lord. And the spiritual world, full of perfect servitors of the Lord, is a manifestation of his internal energy. Since all living entities are minute sparks of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the Supreme Soul in both the material and spiritual world. He is the Supreme Soul, both in material and spiritual worlds. The The Vaishnavas following Lord Chaitanya stress the doctrine of Achintya Bheda, which states that the Supreme Lord, being the cause and effect of everything, Upadan and Nimittaka, is inconceivably simultaneously one with and is his manifestations of energy and different from them. So Krishna, being source of everything, he is the source of all the energy. Even these ingredients of this cosmos, Bhumi, Rapan, Vayu, Khammana, Buddhireva, is also coming from him. And then Aporeva Mitaspanya Prakriti Vidyame Param Jiva Bhuta Mahava Idam Dharyate Jagat. So Bijamam Sarva Bhutanam. So this is how we understand whether the earth, water, fire, air, ether, or even the living entities, they all are emanations of Krishna, and by Krishna's will, everything is being governed in this world. So he is simultaneously one with and different from. In that way, we understand. नार शब्दे कहे सर्व जीवेर निचाय अयन शब्दे ते कहे तहार आश्रय. The word Nara refers to the aggregate of all the living beings, and the word Ayana refers to the refuge of them all. Where the living entities are sustained, they are sustained in Krishna's energy. So therefore Krishna is the shelter, is the refuge. Therefore, why Shakti Shakti Matayor Abhyeda? This is the Shruti. अतएव तुमि हो मूल नारायण यही एक हेतु सुना द्वितीय कारण. So far, starting with text number 35, in 39 he concludes the first reason why Brahma establishes Krishna as the original Narayana. Now, starting with text number 40, he is going to state the second reason, that is Adhisha. The Atma Shadhisha Khilaloka Sakshi. So that word Adhisha is there in the text. So now, starting with text number 40, he is going to explain this word called Adhisha. Jiver Ishwar Purushadi Avatar Taha Sava Haite Tomara Ishwarya Par. Jiver Ishwar. Who are the Ishwara of the Jiva? These three actually. Karanodakshai Vishnu, who actually creates this Mahatattva, and then the Garbhodakshai Vishnu, who enters into all the Brahmandas, then Kshodakshai Vishnu, who enters into the heart of every living entity. So these three Purusha avatars, they are defined as the Ishvara, the Supreme Lord of the living entities. Taha Sava Haite Tumar Aishwarya Apar. The opulence of Karanodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Kshodakshai Vishnu is inferior to the opulence of Krishna. That is what it is explained. The direct Lord of the living beings are the Purusha incarnations, Karana, Garbha, and Kshodakshai Vishnu. But your opulence and power are more exalted than theirs. Ataiva Adhishwar Tumi Sarva Pita. Why? Actually, Krishna being the source of them, that's why his opulence is superior. Ataiv Adhishwar Tumi Sarva Pita. Tomar Shakti Te Tara Jagata Rakshita. Actually, you have invested your power in them, therefore, they are the protectors of the universes. So, without your power, they cannot protect the universe. Narer ayana jate karah palan ataiva hotuni mul narayan. Since you protect those who are the shelters of all living beings, you are the original Narayan. See, in different ways it has been explained. He protects even the Karanadoksai Vishnu, Gauradoksai Vishnu, and Chodoksai Vishnu. Therefore, he is Mula Narayan. Prabhupada writes in the purport, the controlling deities of the living beings in the mundane worlds are three Purusha avatars. But the patent energy displayed by Sri Krishna is far more extensive than that of the Purushas. Sri Krishna is therefore the original Father and Lord who protects all creative manifestations through his various plenary portions, since he sustains even the shelters of the collective living beings. There is no doubt that Sri Krishna is the original Narayana. Then he is giving the third reason. Tritiya Karanasuna Sri Bhagavan Ananta Brahmanda Bahu Vaikuntharidham. O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, kindly hear my third reason. There are countless universes and fathomless transcendental Vaikunthas. Then starting with text number 44, he is going to explain the third region as Akhila Loka Sakshi, how Krishna is the witness of the entire living beings. Ithe jata jiva tar traikalika karma taha dekho sakshi tumi jano asava karma. Both in this material world and in the transcendental world. That means those who are Baddha Jivas and those who are Mukta Jivas. This is how we should understand. You see all the deeds of all living beings in past, present and future. Traikarika karma. This is very important. Lord Krishna, he knows what had happened to a living entity in the past, what is going on now with him, and what is going to happen the next in future. Traikarika karma. We don't know. We don't understand what is going to happen to us in next few minutes after, or maybe 1 hour after, maybe a few days after. What is going to happen? We don't know. But Krishna knows everything. He is Akhila Loka Sakshi. And therefore, he actually makes the arrangement for the living entities to get their desires fulfilled. Because he knows this is what they need. So he will provide it. Taha dekho sakhi tumi jano sava marma. Since you are the witness of all such deeds, you know the essence of everything. Tomar darshane sarva jagater sthiti tumi na dekhile karo nahi sthiti gati. So he said, all the worlds exist because you oversee them. None can live, move, or have their being without your supervision. Krishna is looking everything. It's animus, right? If he closes, he blinks his eyes, then everything will get destroyed. So because Krishna is watching everything, he is all pervading in his Vishnu form. So in that way, he is seeing everything. नारेर अयन जाते करदर्शन ताहातो हो तुम्ही मूल नारायण. You oversee the wanderings of all living beings. For this reason, also you are the primeval Lord Narayana. He oversees everything, therefore he is Narayana. Sri Krishna, in his Paramatma feature, lives in the hearts of all living beings, in both the transcendental and mundane creation. As the Paramatma, he witnesses all actions the living beings perform in all phases of time, namely past, present, and future. Sri Krishna knows what the living beings have done for hundreds and thousands of past births, and he sees what they are doing now. Therefore, he knows the results of their present actions that will fructify in the future. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita, the entire cosmic situation is created as soon as he glances over the material energy. Nothing can exist without his superintendence, since he sees even the abode where the collective living beings rest. He is the original Narayana. कृष्ण कहे न ब्रह्मा तुम्हार न बुझी वचन जीव सीधी जले वैसे से नारायण. Krishna is Brahma. I don't understand what are you saying. The one who is residing in the heart of the living entities and who lies down in the water, he is called Narayan. I am not. I am not lying in the water. I am not, staying in everybody's heart. Why are you speaking like this? Krishna is chastising Brahma in one way, you can say. Then Brahma says, Brahma kahe jade jive jai Narayan se sob tomar amsa e satya bachan. Very nicely Krishna's Goswami explains, very easy way. It's like spoon feeding us, like baby. He's saying, Brahma replied, what I have said is true. The same Lord Narayana who lives on the waters and in the heart of all living beings is but a plenary portion of you. So actually they are your plenary person. This philosophy is going to be now explained until text number 55. Okay. So here it says 49. Karanabdhi garbhodaka khirodaka sai maya dware srishti kare tate savamai. Even though Karanadoksai Vishnu, Garbhodoksai Vishnu and Khirodoksai Vishnu, they create this world and they maintain, but with the help of Maya. But they are Mai. They are controller of the Maya, or you can say they are they are transcendental to Maya. They are beyond the illusory energy. So the Karanadoksai, Garbhodoksai and Khirodoksai forms of Narayan all create in cooperation with the material energy. In this way, they are attached to Maya. But in actuality, Saitin Jalosai Sarvantar Jami Brahmanda Brinder Atma Purusha Nami. So these three Vishnus lying in the water are the super soul of everything. The super soul of all the universes is known as the first Purusha. Hiranyagarbhiratma Garbhodakasai Vyasti Jiva Antarjami Khirodakasai. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the super soul of the aggregate of living entities, and Kshodakshaya Vishnu is the super soul of each individual living entity. Or other words, you can say Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the super soul of all the Brahmandas. He enters into each Brahmandas, and then Kshodakshaya Vishnu who enters into the heart of every living entity. That's how one is Hiranyagarbha and other one is Vyashti Jiva Antarjami. एसभार दर्शन ते आछे माया गंध तुरीय कृष्णेर नहीं मायार संबंध. So even though with the help of Maya, these three Purusha incarnations they create and maintain, they have some connection, but you, Krishna, has no connection. You are actually transcendental. That is the point. Eh? Superficially, we see that these Purushas have a relationship with Maya. Superficially. That means they are actually transcendental. But above them, in the fourth dimension, is Lord Krishna, who has no contact with the material energy. Prabhupada writes, the three Purushas, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and Kshodakshaya Vishnu, all have a relationship with the material energy called Maya. Because through Maya, they create the material cosmos. These three Purushas who lie on the Karana, Garbho, and Kshira oceans, respectively, are the supersoul of everything that we. Karanodakshaya Vishnu is the supersoul of the collective universe. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is the supersoul of collective living beings, and Kshodakshaya Vishnu is the supersoul of all individual living entities. All of them are somehow attracted to the affairs of the material energy. They can be said to have some affection for Maya. But the transcendental position of Sri Krishna himself is not even slightly tinged by Maya. His transcendental state is called Turiya, or the fourth dimensional state. That means how Krishna is not touched by Maya. That's why he is in the fourth dimension. Turiya Sthiti is described in the next verse. Virat Hiranyagarbhascha Karanam Chatyupadhaya Ishasya Jatribhirhinam Turiyam tat prachakshate. In the material world, the Lord is designated as Virat, Hiranyagarbha, and Karan. But beyond these three designations, the Lord is ultimately in the fourth dimension. Whether you say Hiranyagarbha is the subtle form, and whether you say Virat, the gross manifestation, or even Karma as a cause. Beyond these three designations, he is in the fourth dimension, who is not touched by Maya. Virat, the phenomenal manifestation of the supreme whole, Hiranyagarbha, the luminous soul of everything, and Karana, the cause or causal nature, are all but designations of the Purushas, who are responsible for material creation. The transcendental position surpasses these designations and is therefore called the position of the fourth dimension. This is a quotation from Sridhar Swami's commentary on the 11th canto, 15th chapter, verse number 16 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he continues. Jadyapi tiner maya vaya vyavahar तथापि तत्स्पर्शना ही सभे maya par. Here he concludes saying that even though these three Purushas, Karandoksai Vishnu, Gaudoksai Vishnu, and Kshudoksai Vishnu, they deal directly with the material energy, none of them are touched by it. They are all beyond this illusion. Then what to speak of Krishna? Krishna is definitely beyond. Therefore, in the next verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, that proves this philosophy. It says, Etad ishanamishasya prakriti sthopitad gunahi na jujyate sadatmasthai jata buddhis tadasraya. Jatha buddhis tadasraya. This is a very important point. Not only these three Purushas are beyond the Maya, even a living entity who is in this material world in connection with the Maya, still he can be freed from the Maya. He can also go beyond the Maya. How? This is a very nice explanation given. Yatha buddhis tadasraya. When the living entity's intelligence is connected with the Supreme Lord, then automatically he is beyond the influence of the Maya. Etad ishanam ishasya. This is the power of the control of the Supreme Lord. Ishanam ishasya. Prakriti stopitad gunai. Even though the jivas are in Prakriti, means they are with the modes, no junjate, they are not affected. So, this is the opulence of the Lord. Although situated in the material nature, he is never affected by the modes of nature. Similarly, those who have surrendered to him and fixed their intelligence upon him are not influenced by the mode of nature. Sometimes we ask this question, how can one transcend the influence of illusion? Here is the answer. You just simply surrender. You attach your intelligence unto him. Buddhista, Jatha Buddhista Dasraya. Like Krishna is beyond the material nature, similarly, a living entity who has 100% surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna, by Krishna's grace, he is also automatically transcendental. Prabhupada is saying, this text is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 11, text number 38. Those who have taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme, of the personality of Godhead, do not identify with the material world, even while living in it. Pure devotees may deal with the three modes of material nature, but because of their transcendental intelligence in Krishna consciousness, they are not influenced by the material qualities. The spell of material activities does not attract such devotees. Therefore, the Supreme Lord and his devotees acting under him are always free from material contamination. So first of all, you can say initially a sadhaka, he practices this philosophy. Means he understands, for example, when a devotee, we can say a pure devotee of the Lord, he deals with the living entities, conditioned souls in this world, they create some impediments to a devotee. But a devotee does not find fault with them. Rather, he knows that this is how their karma is. What can I do? So instead of finding fault with them, you become compassionate to them. This is how you remain transcendental. On the other hand, if you everything try to look at from your own perspective, then you are attaching, you are connecting yourself with the external energy and you will suffer more even. Therefore, to remain free from the sufferings that are created by the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord is to understand how every living entities are under the control of Krishna's energy and they have their karma, they are dealing with it, or there is a superior understanding. When one takes shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is become a devotee of the Lord, such a devotee is under the care of Krishna. Maybe it is Krishna's arrangement that through that devotee he wants to teach you something. Therefore, such kind of relationship is being developed. So you don't get affected in either case. Whether somebody is a devotee of the Lord has taken 100% shelter, or someone who is under the influence of the Maya, under the influence of karma. So you understand this, and without identifying yourself with the situation, you focus on the service unto the personality of Godhead. That is how you remain transcendental. And when you act in such consciousness for some time, Krishna, by watching your sincerity, he will help you. He will directly get involved. At that time, you will feel supreme bliss, joy in Krishna consciousness. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.